The NBA in-season tournament actually did what they wanted it to do, but it didn't do it for the reason that I think they wanted it to do. I tuned in today simply because LeBron was playing. I'm a Warriors fan, and I didn't know interest, but then, I watched the LeBron because I was like, I saw LeBron's stat line from Monday, and I was like, okay. So I watched the other game, the Thursday game, and now, watching what LeBron did today, whew, it's amazing seeing LeBron actually go full playoff mode in, what is it, December 9th? And watching him try to win that championship. Sure, in-season tournament championships never been a thing before. We don't know what this means. The Lakers have never hung a division banner or a conference championship banner. So it's very likely they aren't hanging this banner. But they might. LeBron might say, I want you to hang this banner. If they, tell him they're not going to do it. But, it's absolutely wild seeing what LeBron has done today. And Anthony Davis with something like 20 rebounds, 20, 21 rebounds. Anthony Davis with LeBron is amazing. I don't know who the third guy on this team should be, but this team is really scary going in to try to win an NBA Finals this year. And I could see this team going deep in the playoffs, potentially winning an NBA Finals. With being able to go out and be like, yeah, listen, we won the first ever in-season tournament championship. LeBron was so historic that he only played 22 minutes and was still one of the best players in NBA history. Absolutely astonishing what you can see with LeBron. Now, yeah, the ratings I think were up for most of the in-season tournament games, but what you got to understand is the in-season tournament games weren't all broadcast. Because you can't have an in-season tournament game that takes 3 months. Or in-season tournament that takes 3 months to put every game on national TV. It was 2 games a day on Tuesdays and Fridays. And remember, they lost a Tuesday because of Election Day. The NBA doesn't play games on Election Day. So, 2 games a day on ESPN, 2 games on ESPN a week, 2 on TNT a week. Then this week, TNT had 3, ESPN had 3, ABC has this game, this finals game. And obviously I won't know what the numbers are now. The game's literally, just ending now. So there's no way I'm going to know what the rating is, but I know I'm watching it, and I don't watch a lot of NBA games, day to day. I'll watch an NBA game here and there. I'll watch Warriors games when they're on national TV if I don't have anything else to do. Because Warriors games are at 10 o'clock, and honestly, there's just so much going on with the Warriors. Usually 10 o'clock Eastern time. If I lived on the East Coast, I'd be fine. Or on the West Coast, I'd be fine. Anthony Davis is only the third Laker to have 40 points, 20 rebounds, and 5 assists. Elgin Baylor did it 13 times, and Wilt did it twice. This is Anthony Davis's first time ever doing that. And it doesn't count because it's not a regular season game. This is the 83rd game that they'll play. Because of the way things are. Because it's an extra game. I like it. I like it not counting for the regular season, but I think it should count for milestones and points and stuff like that. Because of it's just an opinion I have. It definitely worked. It'll be interesting to see what they do next year with the in-season tournament because the groups are going to change. What I'd like to see them do actually is extend it so that it ends the week of Christmas. And actually have the in-season tournament championship game on... So Christmas this year is a Monday. Christmas Day is a Monday. So what I would have done is I would have had the in-season tournament championship game on a Friday at like the same time, like 8:30. So that way going in, you take Saturday, Sunday off this year, and you go in and you have your 5 days, your 5 games on Christmas Day. I think that would make it better. Maybe even start it a week or two later. But it was amazing what just happened. LeBron and the Lakers just all won $500,000. Assistant coaches get $500,000. Players get $500,000. It's actually more than what every player would get for winning an NBA Finals. So that's kind of why, like, the end of the bench guys were balling out. I started at the beginning of this tournament. I thought I would hate it, but I'm cool with it. I think it needs some changes. Like I just said, like with the change of when it would be, possibly even having like all of the knockout rounds in Vegas. Maybe even doing like a full week in Vegas and have the other teams all get the week off or something. I don't know how that would work. I understand the logistics of scheduling and everything. Especially because like this arena does kind of belong to a hockey team, so there's that situation. I forgot about that. Forgot about the Golden Knights' existence. So yeah. Or maybe even like put in a basketball court at the Sphere. That would be kind of cool, having a basketball court at the Sphere. I like the $500,000 bonus, but I would maybe up it to $1 million, and the losers get $500,000. The losers of the championship game get $500,000. So that way, like, you're guaranteed $500,000, but $1 million is $1 million. So it would be even more competitive. Like, the Lakers just won 123-108 or 123-110. Either way, they won by 15, and it was a 4.5 point spread. I'll double check, but pregame it was a 4.5 point spread, which isn't bad when you really think about it. Like 4.5, that's 2 possessions. 2 possessions. 1 possession technically, if you get a 4-point play and a tech right after the free throws. But yeah. It was settled bets. So yeah, it was a 4.5 point spread with a over of 241 points, and there were 223 plus 9 is... Yeah, it was 4 points below the over, but that's fine. I didn't win my... I threw 10 cents on the Hornets to win the in-season tournament, but I threw 13 on the Lakers to win this particular game. Ended up winning $697 for that, so that's pretty cool. Pretty cool to actually be able to say, hey, I actually predicted the in-season tournament correctly, especially because my NBA predictions have been kind of bad. One thing I do like right now, there aren't any NBA games tomorrow. Not a single one. NBA can give these guys night to party in Vegas. They go out, they do what they want to do in Vegas. There's no games tomorrow. And from my understanding is it's a thing that they'll do every year with the championship game happening on Saturday and no games happening on Sunday. Which is smart. I think that's smart. I would prefer it if it were Friday, but I also understand why. Like, today was the Army-Navy game at, like, 3 o'clock, so that was what my focus was on earlier. Then there was this game. But it worked. It got me interested in a random, regular season game in November, December that didn't have my team. So, props to the NBA for trying something that worked. Super happy for them. I do think that LeBron is going to try. I didn't pay attention to the broadcast to see who won like the in-season tournament MVP. I'll check that out in the morning. But if it was LeBron, which truthfully it should be, if it was LeBron, I think that you absolutely have to name the in-season tournament MVP trophy after him because of the way he played this year, the way that, You just absolutely have to. Props to the NBA. Props to LeBron. So I'm super happy about what happened, and yeah, no NBA predictions tomorrow. You will still get my NHL predictions and my Boogie 298 versus me series, as long as Social Blade actually updates. You'll also get, hopefully I don't have to make a long video about Sean McDermott tomorrow. Because, yeah, that 9/11 thing was awful.